So Fox News is being sued for $1.6 billion around the claims they made during the 2020 election and especially after it, by basically lying about that contest, by lying and suggesting that it wasn't on the up and up. They defamed Dominion. It's a voting systems company, and by doing so, they hurt that company, and that company is suing them for $1.6 billion.
Dominion Voting has filed a $1.6 billion defamation lawsuit against Fox News after false claims of voter fraud in the 2020 election. Dominion CEO says, quote, "The disinformation campaign waged against our company has caused us severe damage and undermined trust in American democratic institutions. These lies also have threatened the personal safety of our employees and customers. No amount of money will repair the damage done. We're asking for $1.6 billion, though." I added that at the end. Joining me now, CNN Chief Media Correspondent Brian Stelter and CNN legal analyst Elie Honig. Brian, tell us about what Fox is accused of here specifically.
Profiting off the lies, the big lies that followed Trump's loss in November. This is the second lawsuit from a second voting technology company targeting Fox. You'll remember Smartmatic sued Fox, Rudy Giuliani, and Sidney Powell for $2.7 billion. That case now beginning to work its way through the system.
They go on to also say that individual Dominion employees were basically harangued and attacked by Trump supporters and by Trump officials, and that Fox News knew better. That they knew they were peddling these falsehoods because it was good for ratings and because they worried about losing people to OAN and Newsmax who were also spreading these false claims, right? They saw that after the election, when a few Fox News hosts said, Biden is president-elect and we have to get ready, like it or not, for the Biden era, then a lot of conservatives, a lot of Trump supporters got mad and started watching OAN and Newsmax, where they continued to insist it wasn't over for weeks, if not months after the election. Fox then allowed at least some of their people, like Lou Dobbs, like a lot of their more pro-Trumpy hosts, to continue to spread the BS. And so they could sort of do a balancing act where some people at Fox, like Chris Wallace, would acknowledge the result and demand that Republicans, when they came on his show, Republican congresspeople and senators, acknowledge the result. But also, you had people that were either just out and out saying it isn't over, or had people saying, I'm just asking questions. I'm just going to throw a bunch of BS at the wall and see if some of it sticks, but I'm just asking questions. And Dominion, I think, is right to take this action. And it's significant for a couple reasons. Up until now, most of the action has been against individuals like Mike Lindell and Sidney Powell and Rudy Giuliani. And, that's fine and good, but none of those people actually have the $1.3 billion that they were sued for. Fox does have billions, and so they might actually have to pay out some significant sum of money. And it'll be interesting to see if they use this lawsuit and actually, go forward with it. Maybe they try to build ratings off of it. Who knows? But it could expose them. And in effect, Dominion could demand something of hush money to say, if you want this story to go away, if you want all this bad press about how you conspired against democracy to go away, maybe you should pay us a few $100 million or pay us $1 billion or pay us the full amount you're asking for. This is karma. Again, Fox News knows better. They knew better. The Fox News people called Arizona before anyone else. The Fox News actual journalists knew. They knew in their hearts and in their minds that, a couple days after the election, it was over. The count took longer than usual, but they knew when CNN and MSNBC and the rest knew that it was over. And they continued to lie about it. And they continued to spread fantasies and delusions and BS and allow people like Trump and Sidney Powell and all these types to get on air and do the same. They have to pay. They defame this company, they hurt this company, and they hurt democracy. If they have to pay $1.6 billion, if anything, that's a bargain.